My grandfather has always said that the climate will move into all of our backyards. And earlier this year, it did for me. The Los Angeles fires fundamentally transformed how my entire city views climate. And through this, it was solidified for me that climate is affecting all of us in all parts of our lives. This is not just an academic exercise, as many have shared today. After the LA fires, my peers' anxiety and awareness were heightened, but they still felt just as stuck when it came to what they could do. Coincidentally, I had been working for the past year to build a course that bridges this gap, which I was then able to launch a few months later. The course is called Intersections. It is a class for high schoolers by high schoolers. Based on the Bending the Curve course developed at the University of California, my 2-week course grounds students in the realities and interdisciplinary nature of climate change through expert-taught lectures and student-led discussion. The goal of my course was to help students find personal connections to build climate solutions by interweaving their community's climate needs, skills, and passions from art to politics, history, and design, while simultaneously working to also reduce these students' eco-anxiety. I was then able to pilot intersections at my school, Geffen Academy at UCLA in the spring. I want to thank Ms. Mobus, who has been my educator mentor and Geffen site lead, and Dr. Catalan, our head of school and sponsor for this initiative. I had the opportunity to actually teach part of this course. I was truly inspired by the productive and vulnerable conversations that these students were willing to engage in. Intersections is now being integrated into the annual curriculum at my high school. After the pilot, I began collaborating with the University of California to incorporate the course into the Los Angeles Unified School District, the second largest in the United States. This involved working with administrators across both institutions and many UC faculty. Thanks to a contract signed between the University of California and the Los Angeles Unified School District, my course is on track to be available to over 500,000 high schoolers over the next 5 years. But having students understand the interdisciplinary nature of climate change is not enough. Students cannot feel like they have to save this planet. They have to be personally invested. And in high school, the majority of students are wholly focused on their careers and futures. And so through solutions-focused video conversations between unlikely figures, I am now developing a new course with my co-developer, Isabella Guglielmetti. This new course makes green jobs aspirational for all youth, celebrates globally relevant perspectives, and most of all, brings climate opportunity to the forefront. For example, I recently filmed an interview with Mr. Gareth Morgan from the South African government, who helped coordinate the government's response to a water crisis accelerated by climate change, called the Day Zero. He is an unlikely climate hero. I am now working to expand this new course globally, starting with South India. I am working with 2 schools there and a nonprofit to begin reaching high school students in India through a pilot scheduled for this winter. But what I've also come to realize is that much like students need breakthroughs, teachers do as well. And so I'm working with the Los Angeles Unified School District and my school, Geffen Academy, to launch an annual Los Angeles-wide educator conference to reach nearly 100 educators each year to gather in person to build practices to reach students more effectively and talk about how we talk about these kinds of issues. I'm incredibly grateful for all of the momentum and growth in my work. But what I'm most proud of is this partnership with LAUSD, where Intersections is on track to be available to over 500,000 high schoolers over the next 5 years. Intersections aims to show students everywhere how their passions can exist as green jobs, and that choosing a green job isn't a sacrifice, but an opportunity to increase personal and communal success, resilience, and quality of life. This starts with rebranding the narrative, and it starts with you. Thank you so much for your attention, and thank you to my many collaborators throughout this journey. We will now move into the panel discussion, where I will bring my co-panelists in and also introduce Carlos, who is an 8th grader at Geffen Academy at UCLA, our youngest panelist, to also join this discussion. Welcome, Carlos, and welcome, Ludolf.